With the government's open door policy, stable political environment, and vast economic potential, many Japanese small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs) find Vietnam an attractive destination for business in Southeast Asia. Recently, a delegation comprised of around 30 Japanese SMEs operating in the supporting industry made a fact-finding tour of Vietnamese localities to seek investment opportunities. It is noteworthy that a few businesses operating in China joined the delegation. Approximately 30% of the Japanese firms with plans to expand their overseas operations unhesitatingly consider Vietnam as the top choice for conducting business, says Atsusuke Kawada, chief representative of the Japanese external trade organization ZETRO office in Hanoi. Stay tuned for more information.
So-called assistant.
Hello everyone, and you're watching Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 Net Việt. On today's program, we are going to have the talk with the Chief Representative of the Japan External Trade Organization Office in Hanoi. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kawada. Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Kawada, recently you have shared that approximately 30% of the Japanese enterprises with plans to extend their investment abroad consider Vietnam as their top choice. So may you share with us more details on this information?
One of the JETRO's main tasks is promoting Japanese SMEs overseas investment. In order to help Japanese SMEs to expand their overseas business, since 2013, JETRO has been implementing so-called assistant project to 1,500 Japanese SMEs. The main contents of the project is sending investment advisor to each SME and providing necessary information when they want to expand their business abroad. Up to now, we received over 1,200 applications from Japanese SMEs. I mean, approximately 30% of them now considering Vietnam and Thailand as the top two countries for investment destinations.
In your opinion, what are the factors that make Vietnam the top choice of Japanese firms?
I think main factors that make Vietnam one of the top choice are, firstly, labor cost in Vietnam is rather low and competitive in comparison with neighboring countries such as China and Thailand. And secondly, Vietnam has a big population of 90 million people with young labor forces, and it's also a big potential consumption market. And thirdly, Vietnamese people have same way of thinking with Japanese people. And lastly, due to the increase of wage and some other matters in China, that there are trend that some of Japanese affiliate companies in China now looking for another investment place, including Vietnam.
Recently, a delegation comprised of about 26 small and medium-sized enterprises from Japan just have made a fact-finding trip to Vietnam. So may you share with us more on that?
Besides some reason that I said above, through this fact-finding tour, all delegation members had good chance to understand the current situation by themselves, and they could understand how warmly Vietnamese central and local government welcomed Japanese investors. They also understood that there are many rental factories located at some well-maintained industrial parks, so that it's not difficult for Japanese SMEs when they decide investment into Vietnam.
Vietnam's investment environment has and continues to improve day by day. Provincial authorities throughout the country are pouring huge investment into industrial zones and infrastructure in a bid to attract foreign investment. They are also aggressively developing attractive intensive package designed to catch the eye of the most discriminating foreign investors and lure them to do business in their localities. However, according to Mr. Hirokazu Yamaoka, director of the Overseas Business Support Division under the ZECTRO, there are a number of obstacles to overcome in attracting huge inflows from Japan.
Labor costs in some parts of the country are surging too rapidly, around 20% annually. Yet, the rise in labor costs is not resulting in a concurrent increase with productivity. Some Japanese businesses are also finding it exceedingly difficult and costly to import input and other raw materials from outside the country, as the support industry in Vietnam is in its infancy. The majority of Japanese SMEs also are not financially strong and lack adequate capital resources or ready access to capital resources, making it difficult for them to invest overseas.
Although 2013 and the first months of this year, 2014, have witnessed an overall decline in Japanese investment in Vietnam, it is not necessary to raise the red flag of concern as of yet. The decline in investment is most likely the result of normal investment cycles. Japanese investment will most likely rebound and come on strong in the remaining months of the year 2014 and carry over in next year 2015. As of the end of April 2014, Japan was the largest foreign investor in Vietnam with 2,266 projects totaling $35.51 billion according to the Foreign Investment Agency. Japanese firms are operating in 18 fields, mainly in the processing and manufacturing industry. 1,227 projects worth $29.9 billion, real estate with 30 projects worth $1.4 billion, and construction 56 projects worth $1.06 billion. Investment is spread throughout 49 provinces and cities in Vietnam. Thanh Hóa province tops the list with 9 projects capitalized at $9.68 billion, followed by Bình Dương, Hà Nội, Ho Chi Minh City, Hải Phòng, and Đồng Nai. So, Mr. Kawada, what were the feedbacks that JTRO in Hanoi have after the trip of the 26 small and medium-sized enterprises from Japan?
So far, that we haven't yet received feedback from members because the delegation have just left Vietnam. But as far as I know, some delegation members shall consider their plan to expand business in Vietnam. And before participating delegation, some members thought that it's a little bit late for their business in Vietnam. But after the visit, they understood that there are still many chances for business in Vietnam.
From the information that JTRO have, what are the obstacles for Vietnam in order to attract more investment flow from Japan?
Yes, from October to November last year, JTRO conducted a business survey of Japanese affiliate companies in Vietnam and received responses from 435 companies. And 70% of Japanese companies answered that they would like to extend their business in Vietnam in 1 or 2 coming years. On the other hand, we had a question asking about problems regarding the investment environment. Over 50% of responded companies pointed out that several major problems and obstacles, such as increase of labor cost, complicated administrative procedures, lack of transparency in policy implementation, and complicated tax policy and procedures, and underdeveloped legal systems and unclear legal systems operation in Vietnam. And also, half of Japanese companies in Vietnam regard lack of infrastructure as problem.
Last but not least, what are the recommendations from Japan and Japan enterprises for Vietnam in order to have a better business environment?
To reduce all above said problems, we hope for more progress in the maintenance of hard and soft infrastructures. Regarding hard infrastructure, including roads, harbors, airport, for example, we expect that the Hanoi-Haiphong Expressway will be completed by the end of next year, 2015, as initially planned. And in terms of soft infrastructure, it is necessary to improve the complicated tax policy and procedures to develop supporting industry, help Vietnamese companies in financing and human resource development. And through the solutions to solve these problems, we hope the investment circumstances in Vietnam will be improved.
Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that in the future, the Vietnam will have a better business environment and attract more big investment from Japan. That's all we have for today's program. Thank you so much for watching Shrink Vietnam at 8:30 p.m. on VTC 10 NetViet. Send us an email to shrinkvietnam@vtc.vn if you have any question or recommendation. Leave you for today and see you next time.